Hello everybody, my name's Championator9000 and welcome to episode number 35 of this Andrew McCutchen Player Lock series. I believe this is the Mets franchise may have been the only one longer than this. This is, I believe, the longest, I don't think it did though. I believe this is the longest series on the channel so far, and it's not stopping anytime soon. Travis Wood on the mound for the Royals. The Royals lost 2 games out of 6 in the last episode. They are 11 games out of the division, and the White Sox are 2.5. No, the White Sox are not 2.5, they're 9.5. The Royals are 1.5 behind the White Sox. Bottom of the first, 2 away. Andrew McCutchen up with a runner on first. Swing and a miss. McCutchen is on a 15-game hitting streak currently. And, this is the first game we're seeing him back after he strained his oblique in the last episode. McCutchen 53. As the numbers keep going up, he keeps coming closer and closer to breaking the all-time home run record. Gerard Dyson up now in the top of the third with 2 away. The pitch from Travis Wood is no. I just threw it to third. Oh, run away. The Royals. I will check after this game. The Royals are really coming back and giving themselves a very big shot at the playoffs. Probably as a wild card team because the Cleveland Indians are having such a dominant performance this year. But I don't know. We could definitely take third in the division, and we know we can beat the Tigers. So I'd say if we keep this up, we can finish the season in second place in the division. As soon-ish, we have a 3-game set against the White Sox. This episode's 4 against the Mariners. Next episode's 4 against the Cardinals. Hold on 1 second, let me fix that. Bottom of the 4th. No outs. It's a 2-2 game. Andrew McCutchen with a base hit. So McCutchen trying to help his Royals win the first of this series. And honestly, I think he will. 1-1 count now on Brian Dozier. No outs. And McCutchen takes off without balls. A little fly ball. Gerard Dyson under it. McCutchen. He's going to head back to first. Alright, so 1 out now, 0-2 count, 1 out on Salvador Perez. Iwakuma gets set and fires. McCutchen takes off, and Perez cranks that one way back, almost to the track, not quite. McCutchen once again has to go back to first. So, Anthony Rendon up now with an 0-1 count and 2 away. McCutchen, he got a lead-off single. Now he takes off once again. Rendon hits it well, but caught by, I think that was Leonis Martin. Gerard Dyson up now in the top of the 5th with 1 away. Here we go. And that is hit over to McCutchen. And in this episode, I need to find us a new thumbnail. So, yeah. I'll have to find one. And I don't know, but I think today you'll probably get 1 extra episode of this McCutchen Player Lock. And that'll be the Cardinals series, and that way tomorrow we can go against the White Sox. Things are about to pick up in this series as the Royals, if they keep winning the way they have been recently, if they can keep up this and win 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4 of every series and sweep like every other series, they will. win the division because they are playing a lot of teams in their division coming up very soon. So I want to get closer towards that as McCutchen checks his swing. Iwakuma still on the mound for the Mariners. So that is what I'm trying to get to as McCutchen, it's a little grounder off into foul territory. And yeah, so you'll probably get another 4-game episode later on today after the WWE Universe video. That's my guess. If I have time to record that, I definitely will. Alright. Nelson Cruz up now. Top of the 8th. 1 out. It's 5-2 Royals. Nelson Cruz. It's a little lazy fly ball from McCutchen, who catches it for out number 2. And I think the Royals. Well, McCutchen's going to come up in the bottom of the 8th. No outs. It's 5-3 now. But I think the Royals pretty much have this game locked up. Yeah, McCutchen's definitely going to be the MVP with his 53 homers on the year. He's actually 45 RBIs shy of tying the MLB record. He has 145 currently. 45 more will be 190 to tie Hack Wilson, who has set the MLB record in 1930. McCutchen into third with a triple. That's his third hit, and I believe he's... I don't know. Yeah, so since it's too bad McCutchen's not going to come up again in this game because he is a double away from the cycle. So, Brian Dozier walks now. Salvador Perez up. McCutchen, he's just going to take a few extra steps, and he's going to lean, and he's not going to do anything. But Salvador Perez is going to hit a ground ball. They're going to go home with it, but McCutchen's going to score. Perez is going to be safe. Dozier's going to be safe, and the Royals are going to win it. Nice. The player of the game, Andrew McCutchen. 3/4 of the cycle. A double away from it. And Andrew McCutchen, you know, he's 4 games away from 20 straight games with a base hit. Everybody knows he is the reason that the Royals are playing the way they are now and that they're winning games. Everybody knows that's the reason. And, alright. Let's, what was I gonna check? Alright, the Royals are half a game behind the White Sox. And are 4 out of the wild card. 2 episodes ago, they were 11 out of the wild... No. They were 7 out of the wild card. So they are bouncing back like crazy. McCutchen, 373 on the year. Can he bat 100? I don't know. They have horrible pitching. 28th in ERA, 30th in homers. Runs allowed, 29th, and strikeouts, 24th. But they have 2nd in average, 4th in homers, and 2nd in the other 2. They're 4 games below 500. The Mariners are 4 games above 500. Let's do this. Come on. We got this. Top of the first, 1 out. Runners on first and third for McCutchen. King Felix on the mound for the Mariners. And the pitch is inside. Okay, yeah, there you see up top. You can't really read it, but the graphic says 16 straight games with a base hit for Mr. Andrew McCutchen. Nope. That's another ball on Andrew McCutchen. It's a 2-0 count. I think that will finally end our Showtime use, yes. But it's a 3-0 count, as I was going to say Felix Hernandez, but I changed my mind, as King Felix is unable to hit the strike zone. The 3-0 count on McCutchen. He's inside fastball but it was inside the zone. Strike one. 3-1 count now on McCutchen. Here we go. Come on. And foul ball, says the umpire. Barely going foul. McCutchen almost had himself 2 more RBIs to his already very big total. And he hits a little fly ball coming under his Leonis Martin. He's there. The runner not going to test it. He just... Wow. Top of the second, no outs, no score. So the Royals aren't able to score any. And McCutchen, he's going to get under that one. And a little fly ball out. Oh, the Royals are really fighting. They are really trying to claw their way back. Bottom of the third, 1 out, 1-0 Royals. But McCutchen wants a base hit. Andrew McCutchen, out. 0 for 2. Top of the fourth, 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position for the Mariners. McCutchen fields, catches, and fires it home. A very bad throw, but luckily the runner doesn't tag. Alright, here we go. Bottom of the fifth, 2 outs, 2-0 Royals. Billy Burns on second. Come on. King Felix still on the mound. And McCutchen hits it well, but it's caught. And things are really looking bad for McCutchen's hitting streak. Danny Valencia up now, top of the sixth, no outs. We need a new thumbnail too, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get a good one. I mean, we could just... Well, we're going to get a new thumbnail no matter what for this episode. But top of the eighth, no outs. And, well, Nelson Cruz is there. Sorry about that. Alright, here we go. Bottom of the eighth. No outs. You can tell what I did, I think. Here we go. It's a 2-1 game, and Andrew McCutchen lines a base hit. It took him 8 innings to get it, but Andrew McCutchen picks up a single, and it took him forever. Wait for it. Oh, come on. Alright, you know what? This is where we get our thumbnail. Alright. Alright, I actually dig that as a thumbnail. That is a good thumbnail. Here we go. No outs. Bottom of the eighth. A 1-run game. 0-2 count on Dozier. McCutchen speeds off, but it's an out. I think McCutchen was, well, he definitely would have been safe if that ball had not been caught, but now Salvador Perez up with a 2-1 count. McCutchen takes off again. And strike 2 on Salvador Perez, but McCutchen's in there by a mile. I don't know. Tomorrow is Friday. You will be getting an episode of Flash Willis tomorrow. Oh, nope. Go back. I was going to go back anyways, but... Alright, well, yeah. Flash Willis, OKC franchise, and McCutchen player lock tomorrow. Once 18 the show comes out, you will be getting a franchise video on Fridays as well, but we don't have our franchise up and running yet. I will check after I record this video. I do not believe I've gotten a comment. The first comment I get of an MLB team that is not the Washington Nationals, Chicago Cubs, or New York Mets. I just need one team like that, and we will be that team for our franchise. Looks like Lorenzo Cain, our player of the game, Brandon Phillips, And we got a walk-off 2-run homer in the bottom of the 9th, my guess, from Brandon Phillips. All right, but here we go. Royals. They've already... Oh, yikes. Evan Scribner for the Mariners. 0-6. Kelvin Herrera. He's 4-7 for the Royals. He's actually our closer, so... Alright, well, we have 2 more games no matter what this episode, so... Yeah. Let's just get into this. Andrew McCutchen has led the Kansas City Royals into 3rd in the division, only 2 games behind the Detroit Tigers. The Royals are 8.5 out of the Royals are 10 out of the divisional lead, but they are also, and they're also only 3 games under 500. The Royals can do it. They can still come back. I told you they would finish probably 2nd in the division. I think they're going to. Alright, here we go. Bottom of the 1st, 2 outs. Freddie Freeman on first. McCutchen. It's a little grounder. And he's thrown out just barely. Dan Vogelbach, the first baseman there, getting him out. Mike Zunino up now. Top of the 2nd. Runner on first, 2 away. Zunino has pop. And that is going to be caught. McCutchen catches it to end the inning. Here we go. Bottom of the 4th, no outs. McCutchen up with a 1-run lead for his crew. And yeah, that's a ground ball out to Vogelbach. And here we go. 0-for-2 in the game. And his average has dropped down to 370. It's only gone down 5%. Bottom of the 5th, 1 out, runner on second. That runner is Billy Burns. And that's a base hit for Andrew McCutchen. He hits it up the middle. Going home is Burns. A bad throw into second. What a trash call. Andrew McCutchen called out, but he got a base hit. Top of the 6th, runner on first, 1 out, 6-0 Royals. It was a bad call, but I don't think, McCutchen really cared, because at least his crew is winning. A very good throw to third, but the speedy, I believe, Gerard Dyson able to get in there safely. 8-2, bottom of the 6th, 1 out, batter on first. Runner on first, sorry, not batter. McCutchen hits a chopper, throw to first. He's out. Like I said, he has gotten a base hit in this episode, so I have no clue what his hit streak's at, but I know it's getting up there. It's because I have a bad memory. 10-2, bottom of the 8th, 1 out, 2 runners on for McCutchen. And, wow, he smacked that one foul. That curveball was almost able to make it a 13-2 lead for the Royals. Unfortunately, it's not a 13-2 lead for the Royals. It's still only a 10-2 lead, and McCutchen's down 0-2. Not a good count for a hitter, but if anyone can get out of it, it'd be Andrew McCutchen. Yeah, he doesn't get out of it. Strike 3. Not. Okay, whatever. Royals win it again! They won the first 3 of the series. Let's head to the final game of the series. Chris Archer, the win for the Royals. That he is 10-6. Zach Greinke on the Mariners is 4-11. Yikes! Not good. Not good at all. For the Mariners. I mean, I'm just fine with it. The Royals still 10 games out. They're still 2 behind the Tigers, but they're looking just to complete a 4-game sweep over the Mariners. Alright. There you see the standings of the division. The Twins are 40-69 and 23.5 out of the division. They're 13 games behind the White Sox, who are 10.5 out. Like, I'm just confident that I'm in third, but the White Sox are only half a game behind the Royals. They are only half a game behind the Royals, so I think I'm a little too confident than I should be. Top of the first, no outs, Gerard Dyson up for the Mariners. He doesn't really have any pop, but he has speed. Luckily, he can't show any of it off as he gets out there. What's his name? Brian Dozier catches it. Alright, here we go. Bottom of the first, 1 out, 2 runners on for McCutchen. That's a ball inside. McCutchen with an 18-game hitting streak. Can he make it 19 in this one? Yes, he can. That is his 19th straight game with a base hit. He will drive in one. And, oh no, but he's going to get caught in a hot box going back to second. I was looking at the runner at third, and I didn't realize I was still holding the move forward button. But it's 1-0, top of the second, 1 out, Royals lead it. Though that ball's hit well, McCutchen under it for the out. Come on. Dan Vogelbach up. Vogelbach. No. It's Dan Vogelbach. It says GH something or other. And that ball struck well. McCutchen, he's going to try and play it off the wall, but it's everywhere. McCutchen struggled incredibly to field that ball, and that's a triple for the 22-speed Dan Vogelbach. 2-2 game, bottom of the fourth, no outs. On the mound is James Paxton for the Mariners, and that's a fly ball out towards Gerard Dyson, who gets out McCutchen. Here we go. Bottom of the fifth, 2 outs, 2 runners on. It's 3-2. Royals lead. Can McCutchen make it more than a 1-run lead for the Royals? I hope so. Come on. Do. We got this. Come on, Andrew. McCutchen drives it. It just goes foul. McCutchen almost made this a 6-2 lead for the Royals. That would have pretty much clinched the 4-game sweep. Instead, he's going to continue. I almost said that was. And oh my God! I almost said that will complete his at bat, but it won't. No, that will continue his at bat is what I meant to say. Yeah, okay, here we go. 1-2 count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 3-2 game, and it'll stay a 3-2 game. Royals still lead it. If they win this, they will have won 5 straight, but it's the top of the 6th. With only 1 out, it's 4-3 Mariners, and they have a runner on first. That ball struck well. McCutchen gets there. He gets there and he throws it towards Dozier, but not before the Royals. Not before the Mariners take a lead. Now it's 4-4. Top of the 7th, and no outs. Is this Vogelbach? This is Dan Vogelbach up. And that's a little looper. Andrew McCutchen, what a snag. Oh, wait, Dozier caught it. Here we go. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. 4-4 game, runner on first. Come on, McCutchen's gonna watch that one inside. He's batting .369 on the year. He's not going to hit 400. I can almost guarantee that, but I mean, I really do think he'll be able to beat Hack Wilson's record of 190 RBIs, but there you go. A nice base hit for Andrew McCutchen there. No RBI, but like I said, it's only 190. He has like 2 months. Mark something or other. There's no way I could have read that guy's last name warming up for the Mariners. And Brian Dozier rips one into the gap. That'll score Freeman. And that'll score McCutchen with ease. It's a stand-up double. The Royals score 2 in the 8th, and the Royals end up winning it. That completes the 4-game sweep. Player of the game is Brian Dozier, and the Royals have won 5 straight. McCutchen on a 19-game hitting streak. You've noticed that there's no "I've got the Royal Blues" in the title of the videos recently. I don't got the Royal Blues right now. Things are really picking up. The Royals 1 game under 500. They are 1 game back from the Tigers, who are 56 and 55. Royals 55 and 56. Royals are 2 games out of the wild card. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.